Okay, here's the back of the Batmobile, and as you can see, they put screen in here. I don't know if I should remove it, just leave it, because I think it looks kind of cool. As you can see, it's recessed in, so if I turn a little bit sideways here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see it's got depth in there, so there's a backing area where I could put the lights in. You can see it's hollow behind there. And what I'm thinking about doing is just drilling straight in from this way, cut a notch out of here so I can see what I'm doing. Then drill back here and add the LEDs in. I'll glue them in for the back side. And I think I can get to it pretty good to light these tail lights up. So that's what I'm going to do there. And there's the afterburner. I don't know about this. I might end up cleaning all this off, then go get some at square, what do they call that, C-shaped piling, styrene strips. Then I might glue it on there all the way around like the original one had. Not sure what I'm going to do there. I should just leave it like this. Don't look bad. Or clean that off and glue each individual on. That would be some work. But don't look bad like it is. I don't know. I just clean up what I got. See what it looks like. I gotta clean up in here. Light that up back here. This part I'll put the lights in. Oh, it ain't gonna look too bad. Well, this is the next part I gotta start sanding on. Just an idea what I gotta do. Okay, I worked some more on the dash here in the cowl underneath the car here. I made a lot of room for the figures too. I cut this all open so it'd be easier to put the figures in. And as far as the gas pedal and all that, I'll just bring them down. Not too much worried about it because you're not going to see it anyways. Inside there, but I'll put the felt all inside here. It'll look good. I'll put the gas pedal on the floor. And then I'll bring down a brake pedal from above. That should look pretty cool. Yeah, with Tinkercad you can mess around and make all that stuff yourself. But this will add a lot more room for the figures. That way I could adjust them to the height I want to set them in there. And then I got all this room up in here. All up in here to put my electronics up in here now. And hide the wiring. Well, that's what I did, so that looks pretty good, I think. Well, got the back part sanded. Just kind of piece it together here. It's getting there. Looks like I got quite a bit of the panel. Looks pretty straight. We'll see. I got to do a lot of blocking here. I can't put the halves together yet because I've got to run the wiring. I got to run the wiring and see. I got to have it all ready to light up, get it figured out before I can put these two panels together. I got to have it ran, get the lighting happening, and then I'll have to tape off the taillight section in this part here after I get it, ready to go. But I'll have to have it cut in. To cut that in too. Put the black probably on the matted finish probably on the grills. All that junk. I got this cut out on the dash so I can put all my electronics in that part. I want to light these two beacons up. So, and those two little lights that go on the side of the roll bar. I'll figure that out. And then I gotta do the headlights and the lasers in the front. And then it should be happening. I got a siren that my buddy Dave's working on. I'll show you all that when I get it from him. Should come out pretty cool. Like I said, if you guys want a car like this scale, you can do it. It's just going to take a little section at a time, keep working at it. It's not easy, but if you take your time, you can do it. Do a section at a time. And figure out all that. I'll show you as I go on some more. It's getting there though. Okay, as you can see on the Batmobile, I took and put a guide coat on it. So when I start sanding it, I can see if there's any imperfections and stuff on it. So that part I got done. Now on the back flame throwing exhaust port for the jet engine part, I'm gonna remove these because I don't like it. I want to make it more accurate, so I started sanding that off and sanding off the top part here. And I went down to my local hobby shop and I got some of these T's, and you can see the number of it. This 90 56.4 1/8 32 millimeters. I got 7 strips in here, so I'm going to take 2 to make 1. I got to cut them all up, but it's going to look like this, you know, when they're put together. I got it flipped wrong, I think. Yeah, it looked like this. So I'm going to cut these and put them all along here and space them properly to look more like Paris's Batmobile. So that's my game plan today, and I'll show you as I goes on. I'm sanding and cleaning up before I can start doing that. Well, you're definitely going to need to get some Dremel tools if you don't have a Dremel bit. I'm using here to get deck and grind back here and get this off out of the way. This is around the parachute, so I gotta get back in here to where I can lay these in. Then glue them on, so you can see I got that removed there. Partially removed there. Right around here is a little rougher to get into. But I'll get her done. Like I said, using the Dremel tool. I mean, you can leave it if you want to leave it for yourself, but okay, I got my Men of Wax wood filler. I used some of that, and I went around the bat exiting jet engine part. So I built it around there and smoothed it out a little bit when I sand it. So then I'll start applying my styrene around there. But I had to clean all that off, and then I'll start on that, the exhaust of the jet. So that's what I'm doing today. Working towards getting the styrene on there. Cleaned a little bit out there. I've still got more to do around there. Around the back exiting of the exhaust port for the jet engine. Flamethrower. Okay. I got this cleaned up pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. start cleaning out the inside here. I think I'll see what that looks like and go from there. Okay, here's what I got going on. I cleaned all that off, took the wood filler, I got it cleaned good now, and then I'm adding the strips on. I think these look more like the original Batmobile. So that's what I'm putting on. I think it's going to look pretty good. So that's what I'm going with. And I'll continue on and I'll show you some more here as I get it farther around. Okay guys, I got it done. There's a lot of work, but it looks a lot better. It looks more like the original, how George Barris did it. So, I'll show you around here in a little bit. It's gonna look pretty good. It came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's gonna look a lot better. I like it. So I think it looks pretty good to me. And once again, here's the styrene T strips I used. And I super glued two together, stand them up, then cut them to the desired length. And I was looking at original ones, and it kind of goes flush back here, then sticks past a little bit on the lip. So you glue two of these halves together, just like I did here. Then cut you one, test one, then use it for your test pattern. And you see I just glue it together. And then I sanded these to an angle to get that angle there on all of them, and then I rounded the edges. So I think it came out looking pretty good. So that's what I got done this week. Doing that, well, besides I did all this. I still got some layer lines showing through here. I'm gonna have to do something with that. But I haven't sanded it and blocked it yet, so I'm gonna build it up in primer and block. Keep doing it till they go away. We'll see what happens there, if that'll go away that way. But it's looking better. Like I said, I sprayed that guide coat on there. Really happy with the look of that now. I think it's worth cleaning that off and doing that, if you decide to go that route. Really dresses it up nice. It was tricky getting around these because they're attached, but I think I did a pretty good job. It came out looking pretty stellar there. I think it looks good. Yep. Let's see that side here a little bit in some light. Oops. Still got some sand to do on it. It's not. Same with this parachute bag. I gotta do some more. It's getting there. It's getting there. Yeah, I think it's gonna look really cool. I like it. That's it for this week. If you like this kind of content, monsters, cars, I play music too. I'm into guitars. And hot rods, old cars. Check out my channel. Harley Davidson stuff too. Take care, everyone. Have a good day. Like and subscribe. Bye.